What it do, people? What it do, people? Back in the lab again. All right, today I'm working on this piece here. I'm working on this Andy Shallal piece, the CEO, owner of Busboys and Poets, which Busboys and Poets was named after Langston Hughes, because when he started off, he was a busboy and a poet. So check it out. But basically right now I'm just laying down a lot of textures, value, some hue, some tones. Trying not to do a whole lot because I don't want it to bleed too much, but I'm trying to capture a lot of the tones or whatever. My source piece is in my phone. Go figure, right? But yeah, I'm just building a lot of tones and value. I'm trying to give it some depth before I tackle the background. And my main focus would be the portrait here. So when I get down to the shirt, I'm not going to really do too much to it. I'm going to give it some structure and some light shadows or whatever. I might play with it a little bit. But my main focus, again, is the subject matter, the portrait there. So if you notice, I'm not really using black. I'm going for like the purples and the browns. And once I add some grays and maybe some green in there a little bit. And I don't want to go too hard on the red or whatever. But, you know, I try to do stuff differently and give it my own perspective or what have you. So the share piece, I trashed that. Didn't like it. A lot of people might be like, why not? Wasn't up to my standards. I didn't like it. So I had to trash that piece. Then the other piece that I was working on, I said, man, this is kind of like an experimental piece. Didn't like that. I trashed that too. So yeah, I trash a lot of stuff. That's just me. Because you think about it. If you're an artist, you put your heart and your soul into your work. So let's say from age 5, 6, 7, you learn how to, well, you figure out that you can draw. So up until your adulthood, in which I'm still learning every day. Every time I do a piece, I learn something from it. But you think about it. It took your mother and your father a lifetime to create you. So everything in essence that you create is a lifetime worth of creation. So if it's not up to your standards, then you can't present it to the world or the person or people that you're doing it. So that's how I view it. So yeah, this is what I'm working on. So again, what I use is this Winsor Newton, which is good. I also use this Holbein Artist Gouache. And then I go for the different tones in the Winsor Newton. I like to use this number 6 brush. I like to use the number 8. That's the number 9. And then when I want to cover big areas, I use a 16 or whatever. And yeah, so that's it. And if you notice, this is like a different style that I'm using, as opposed to, let's go over here real fast, as opposed to this style. So you see, she gonna get trashed too. I'm gonna do another one. She gonna get trashed. I don't like that. See, that's a different style. That's a different style. And this is a different style. So I'm just trying to do some different stuff. Like, let's say, like, here we got the booty here. So see, like my grandmother, the portrait I did of my grandmother a while ago, that's a different style. It's more, you know, but I emphasize the hairs and like stuff like that. So when I did this, it was for my grandmother's birthday. That's my great grandmother. I got everybody in my family to sign it, you know. Some willingly, some unwillingly. Anyway, yeah, but I did that right there. So yeah, that came out real dope. So yeah, let's go back in here. Tackle back with the artwork. So yeah, I'm working on this piece right here. So what I do from time to time is I let it dry before I drag the tones in or what have you. So I got the basic structure of it down. And my lady just looked at it. She said, "Why is that on top of his head?" I said, "That's the highlights on top of his head, like where his hair is." So I have to drag that out a little bit and play with that some more. And this line right here, I kind of like to leave a lot of negative space in my work, just to make the eye bounce around, whatever. So that's that. That's what I'm working on. And y'all stay tuned. I appreciate everybody that views my artwork. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to give some negatives if you see some negatives or what have you. If you're an artist yourself and you see some flaws or what have you, or your perspective. Let's see that? And see, that's how I can tell where my tones are. I'll look at it in the light, then I'll look at it in the dark, just to get some perspective on it. See, so yeah, see, we go to eye, in there, whatever. So I do that a lot, just to give myself some perspective on it. And I jump back into it. So let me show y'all some stuff. This is my grandmother's, man. This is old, man. This is serious right here. Notice grandma got the Michelle Obama up in there. She got the Michelle up in there, And look at that. Some of grandma's doll babies are up in here, So yeah, my grandma. Then we got that brother right there. Let's see, we got back here. This is some of my old artwork when I was in art school. That's my eldest uncle when he was younger. Then I did that when he got a little older. Put that down. Let's see what else we got up in here. Oh, this is something, man, I did. Wow, way back in art school, man. Little pen and ink piece I did at Ali. A lot of cross etching and stuff that I did. This is god dang, that's old. Yeah, so yeah. But alright, again, like I said, this is what I'm working on. About to jump back into this. Y'all stay up, peace. And as always, if anybody wants a portrait done, give me a holler. Visual artist Pat Smith. Y'all stay up. One love. Big up, Mr. Eldridge. And again, I got to thank Bus Boys and Poets, Mr. Shallal, for allowing or liking or believing in my artwork enough to hang up a couple of pieces, then to request more pieces. Thank you for that. April 11th, I'll be exhibiting at the Pancake and Booze at the Howard Theater. Come out, check that out. Buy some artwork, check out all the other incredible visual artists. Then April 30th, again, I'll be at the Howard Theater exhibiting some artwork. And then later on this month, I'm trying to get the exact dates, but I'll be in New York exhibiting at the X Gallery for Women's Month. I got like maybe 10, 11, 12 pieces. And thank you, Ms. Du Bois, and for Miss Lisa Du Bois for reaching out to me and asking me to exhibit my artwork. Stay up. One love. Peace. I'm out. Visual artist Pat Smith. Stay awoke. 2020 coming. Tell your mother, tell your daddy, tell your daughter, tell your sister, uncle, nieces, nephews, cousins, mothers, babies, mama, uncle, fathers, sisters, uncles, fathers, neglecting, deadbeat, don't care who you are, get out and vote. It's serious, people. It's serious. Misdirection and all that other good stuff. So stay up, y'all. Peace out.